Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Stellaris Utopia with me, Commissar Roach, joined by my good friends Benjamin Magnus, Prussian Prince, and for the life of me, I'm sorry about this, but I forgot how to pronounce your name. Aldrahel.
Yes.
There we go.
You did it.
Yeah.
Huzzah!
Woo.
Now do it in the cost.
Yeah.
Do it in the accent, please.
No.
Yes.
God damn it.
Well, I gotta upgrade my science ship.
I gotta do a lot of things. I am really behind on buildings.
Construction complete.
I am starving for energy credits, but I really don't want to create a sector so soon.
Yeah, I'm at +1 energy credits, plus 31 minerals. So I'm a little unbalanced here. So why don't you go upgrade and get better sensors so you can do things faster.
Oh yeah.
Tile blocker cleared.
I have so much influence right now.
Yes, you can't go anywhere.
770, yeah.
I can't believe you're not
We have
hyperdrive though.
Yeah,
This
that's
massive
screwed
home
me.
sector and all this influence, but you can't do anything with
Yes.
Yeah. What are you gonna do? Is your game just kind of stuck now?
I think there's nothing else I can do in here. I just gotta
it.
wait, I guess.
Pick fanatic pacifist?
Like, yeah, try and get a
Now it's
faction.
all about your now it's all about your
it's
diplomacy
here.
game.
Yeah, get a different faction. Build tall. Go habitats.
Yeah,
that's a good thing,
That's,
yeah.
that's,
You can't
that's
build
the
tall
plan.
now.
That's the plan.
Yeah. Could work. It could work.
But I was hoping I could get a few more planets before I had to do that, but oh well. Oh really? My science ship failed with 10% for the
Construction.
Hey!
zombies. Yeah.
That's called paradox odds.
No, that's called Magnus odds.
Yeah. Well, I'm a magnet for A, bad odds, and B, game bugs.
Construction
Bugs just
complete.
come out of the woodwork to find me.
Did your XCOM 2 get fixed?
XCOM 2,
issues.
I've run into so many bugs, it's ridiculous. Like the last mission I recorded, and I keep meaning to record more of it, but I just never have the time to anymore. Especially with Utopia and Mandate of Heaven, like the mission I was on, like 3 or 4 individual components of it bugged out, so I was just like, fuck this shit, and I played it off screen because I had to keep save scrubbing so much. But like there was an enemy that was simultaneously on both sides of cover at the same time, so there was no way I could get any cover from it because it was on both sides. And I had one bug where one of my characters was on both sides of the map simultaneously. So like
What even is that?
The unit model was on one side of the map and could be shot at, but the actual reticle representing him was on the other side of the map and could fire from. So it's like he was like drawing fire from one area but actually firing from another, and I ended up throwing a grenade like halfway across the map because it went from where the reticle was to where the animation was, which was like 50 squares away.
Construction complete.
Nice.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Alright,
And
sign ship, you are done.
I just failed my second anomaly in a row with 10% failure chance.
Oh,
guess.
It's funny when
You
it
are
happens.
cursed.
Not me.
So cursed.
So many slaves.
Gigantic skeleton? What is this?
Situation.
Oh, I love when you fail that one because it's like we found this mammoth skeleton, like thousands of feet tall, and then like you fail it, and they come back, they're like, yeah, that was just a cool looking mountain range.
Just look at it right this time. It's just a bit shit. Sorry.
it's like the face on Mars. Oh, it's just a shadow. Oh,
Yeah, actually,
wow.
that's a really good comparison. Actually, that's probably exactly what it is. Yeah.
Yeah. I remember people flipping out about the face on Mars, and then like the next time like a probe went by with a higher resolution camera, they were just like, no, that was just the time of day shadow and a low res camera.
Little do they know that's the vast
Have you
conspiracy.
guys-
that's going on now.
I don't know how big you guys are in like
Construction
astronomy and things like that. But have you guys Yeah, have you guys seen the Pluto pictures, right? Like
Oh
from
yeah, of course.
the probe.
Big art.
Oh, those things are fucking beautiful. Like
Aren't they?
that camera. Like I wonder how high res that camera is. Like what is its resolution? Because have you seen like how good like the big picture they have looks?
Yeah,
Like it's no,
they're
it's so
gorgeous.
good. It's so
Well,
gorgeous.
we got a new probe with a high resolution camera just arrived at Jupiter and setting back really high res pictures of like the whirling storms there and stuff like that. Those are pretty gorgeous too.
Awesome. First ascension.
I love all the memes that popped up when Pluto flyby happened. Like sad Pluto, and then the space probe going by and it gets all happy. And the space probe leaves. Sad Pluto again.
Come back.
Oh, that was the what was it? It was like the Sojourner meme where like it's or maybe it's Curiosity. I don't remember. It was one of the Martian probes, and it was like if I'm a good probe, they'll let me go back home. And it just it's like it keeps like day 1,300. It gets stuck, and it's like, guys. It made me feel really bad.
Are you talking about the ones that are? You're not talking about the rovers on Mars, right?
Like, yeah, Mars, like the little rover.
Yeah.
Like
Situation
the really small ones. I don't remember. Like there's the twins, the two.
Construction
The ones that
one of them.
when you look at a picture, it looks like a remote control car, but if you see it next to a person, it's the size of an SUV.
No, that's Curiosity.
Yeah,
That's Curiosity. The other ones, the ones before there, I think it's
those are the ones that are
Research
remote control cars.
complete.
Yeah. And those that like I think it was based off that, but like one of them
Construction
had an
complete.
operational initial lifespan theoretically of like 100 days, but it went for like 1,000.
It went for like 1,100 or something.
Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. I forget the name. I think maybe it was Sojourner or
I know
something.
I know what you're talking about though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember the name.
Science ship. Oh, you're almost level 4.
Ooh, I have 10 colonizable systems now. I regret
Actually-
that because that's 10 planets I have to monitor. Oh,
I kind of wish there was an event chain in here where like if you spawn in a star system with another like barely habitable planet or like a close terrestrial planet, where you could have like an event chain where you recover the probes of your previous space exploration,
Mhm.
like through that, and it gives you like a happiness or like a unity bonus. Because that's one of the like out of everything, like I really hope we start exploring like manned missions to Mars, because I would love for them to like recover a probe or like make a monument.
A monument to curiosity. Well, what is it? Elon Musk's company was saying they were going to be sending manned missions to Mars in the 2020s.
Awesome.
Well, they also they just launched and successfully landed and recovered the first ever recycled booster stage.
Yeah, it was the Skipper or whatever their platform is, where they launch it and then it comes back down under power.
Yeah, that's pretty cool because that's gonna cut the cost of a launch down by like something like 60% or something like that, because you just have to
Maybe I want to know what the actual cost what it costs to build one of that compared to like a normal booster, and what the comparison is and whether or not it's worth it.
It's gonna be a
'Cause
long time before we see information like that, considering there's multiple competing companies right now.
Yeah, because I wonder if it's like,
Construction
oh,
complete.
it's it costs 7 times that of a normal booster. Well, then it's not really cost effective. But if it's like it only costs twice as much a normal booster, then you get maybe 2 or 3 launches out of it. Then it pays for itself.
Upgraded.
But
I wonder if it's cruel to have slaves working the slave processing facility.
I think that's just logical. Smart to me.
Upgraded.
people
Yeah.
call me a monster.
Oh, I'm horrible.
I'm really nice. I'm a fish.
I tend to say things with like a cool like disconnect from reality, so it doesn't come off as horrible as it sounds. When I was playing CK2 the other day, I bulk recorded like 4 or 5 episodes, then I had a couple days off, and I went back to recording it. And I was looking at my family tree, and I was like, "Why did all my kids die so young?" Oh wait, right, I'm a Satanist and I ate them.
Yeah, you gotta get that health though. The health is super important.
Well, what is awful is the episode I recorded this morning. My heir was had eaten all my children, and my rival had killed my heir. So my current heir was like my 16-year-old granddaughter, who was fucking amazing. Like her lowest trait was like a 16 or something like that. She was amazing. And then I had a son, and he supplanted her in the line. And the game had paused when I had a son, and I immediately right-clicked and consumed him. And all I could think of is just like, you know what? My wife had this kid, and I was just sitting there waiting. Just nom 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 nom.
Straight out of the womb. Right.
It was awful. It's like the baby just comes out. And just,
I'll take this. I'm so sorry, dear. The baby
sauce.
died. How? It died.
It was just the
Research complete.
like I said that out loud, and then the visual hit me after I said it, and I was just like, oh god.
You just sit there and you're just like, good lord, I might be evil. I might be a monster.
Oh jeez. Oh, it was so funny though. But I mean, like, it was funny. But like, I was actually thinking that being Satanist in CK2 is actually be really beneficial as a is like a Viking or something like that, somewhere where you're playing under Gavelkind. Because instead of having, you have a new kid, it's like, oh fuck, now I gotta cut this into more, my domain into more slices. Just like, nope, nom 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 nom, more slices now. And eating your kids extends your life. My character's nearly 70 years old now.
Yeah, and you just keep it going. You can just stack up that health, and you become near immortal, don't you?
Well, I actually, I'm pretty sure that the health bonus caps at +3, so you can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so you can't turn your guy into like a near immortal character just
Damn.
by stacking health bonuses, because I'm pretty sure there's a hard cap on that, and it's pretty low.
I got the immortal event chain in the game I was playing with Benisphere Bob, and I've never had it before. I've never had the immortal event chain happen. I have no idea what starts it. I was so hyped. I died like 4 days after it started. I was like 39 years old. I just died of like poor health. Out of nowhere.
Because the event chain fires doesn't mean you're going to become immortal though, because you have to get through like 5 stages, and there's a really high chance of failure at each stage.
I wanted to try though. I just died of poor health. I like to imagine that I just like sneezed and I'm dead now. All right, fine.
Oh, in the CK2
you were eating with a fork and you just sneezed into like the fork into your eye or something like that. It's just,
Yeah, and they all just went poor health.
yeah, like your court position is just like, well, we can't put that down on his.
The first time I became the Grandmaster of the Lucifer Zone, I was Grandmaster for about 4 days, then died of natural causes before. Like, I went to right-click on something to, like, to do something fun, and died of natural causes. I didn't get a chance to eat anybody's children.
No.
I didn't some bit of familiar or anything. I didn't get a chance to do anything because I just died.
What a great game. Didn't even get a chance to eat children.
It's fucking weird because he's had his face cut off in battle 3 times, but Satan keeps regrowing his face, also his testicles. So the court physician cut off his balls because he had a mild case of the flu. Literally, not a bad case of the flu. It said a mild case of the flu. The court physician cut off my balls. So Satan has regrown my testicles and my face 3 times.
You always choose the brave option when the court physician
You gotta
comes
choose
to,
the
like,
brave
yeah.
option. You gotta go ham. You gotta go for it. You gotta
Of course,
go for it.
there was one in my live stream. There was one character. He was in jail, so I was trying to get him killed, and he had cancer. So every single time I got the chance to treat myself, I was just like, "Yes, try something drastic," and it was like, "Your cancer's cured. Now you're in jail for even longer." It was awful.
Damn you, cancer! You fickle mistress!
Oh boy. Let's see. Build mining station.
Is that a is that a frontier outpost on my southern border?
What? You gotta stop your paranoia now. It's not healthy. It's not healthy. It's not good for you to think like that all the time.
Right.
You gotta chill. Would you like to have some krill? It's the favorite food on our planet.
You guys are cannibals.
In my planet, because remember, you're a Unity. So.
Oh yeah, my planet.
Gotta get those pronouns sorted.
You just assume.
confused.
You just assume his. What the fuck would it even be called? You just assume my mental.
You watch
but,
Futurama? Do you watch Futurama?
Yes.
You've seen the newer ones. Well, newer, a couple years ago now.
I have seen everything.
Where the entity from like a different plane. He first
Mm-hmm.
goes by Shklee, so that's me.
Shklee or Shklur?
Shklee or Shklur, yeah. Shklee. I prefer Shklee, actually, not I or we. Shklee. Thank you.
You actually just cut off my science ship from my home.
Oh no! Maybe you shouldn't have closed your borders on
I'm about to
me.
say, didn't you cause an issue there?
Oh, don't worry. I'll fix it.
No.
No, if you wanted this to go well, you chose the wrong option.
Bro. No. There's
For a
no
second
need
there,
for
you just
this.
sounded like that horn sound effect.
No, be cool. Oh no. It's gonna be alright.
I have no
We'll
doubt it's
see.
gonna be all right.
Not like this.
I love that I have an army of, like, battle thralls. I'm definitely turning these fuckers into livestock at some point, though.
delicious
See, I just
livestock.
can't get over this hypocrisy. Like, you have no idea how much hate I got in the last series for what I did, and like,
You're
yeah.
space Nazis!
Yes, me.
Well, what would happen is he would I don't know why, but there was like 4 or 5 primitives in his starting location, and every single time he would find one, he would just be like, "Oh, I'll just orbital bombard you into non-existence." And then there was one that was really resistant to orbital bombardment. And he was all pissy because he had to send in foot troops to exterminate them. Then every single time we would talk about them, he'd just be like, "What? I don't know what you're talking about. There's never anybody there."
There never was. There's no records of them anywhere. It was just a particularly tense military exercise. That's the only thing that happened.
Particularly dense military exercise. That's good. You should go work for the U.S. government.
If they'd pay me, maybe.
You have asthma. Nobody wants you to fight. Trust me, I know. I have asthma too.
Yeah. Actually, I was like, I think I was picking up my asthma my medication one time, and in high school I was actually like, I was on track to go into the National Guard, and I kind of just like fell out of that after a while, but. In line was the recruiter that I had talked to, and he was saying like, "Oh yeah, no, I was actually just looking over our old files and saying you still looking into that." And it's like I had just picked up my medication, I just held up my inhaler, and just kind of like, "I don't think you're gonna want me."
If I have to run when it's cold outside, I'm not going to be able to keep up, and I might die.
I'll fucking die is what's gonna happen. That's the. I'm glad you also have asthma because you know how bad that is.
Oh my god, it's awful.
It's like breathing in knives.
Yeah. Well, when I lived in New York, I was a baker, and
Construction
I don't know
complete.
why, but I got put in charge of putting away the daily delivery of frozen goods, which was, you know, like on a normal day, like, I don't know, 8 to 12 pallets stacked like 14 feet tall of stuff. So it was usually maybe me and one other person spending hours in the freezer dealing with this stuff. So my asthma was always horrendous.
Yep. I know how that feels.
Like, I come out and stand in front of the 500-degree oven for a second, just like breathing in the hot air. Like, what the hell are you doing, Ben?
Yeah, no, don't you just hate it when like, don't you just hate it when somebody like, oh, it's a cold morning, it's like, it feels great, it's brisk out. It's like, fuck.
And you're just sitting there like, God forbid you have to actually like, shovel your driveway. Oh god.
I don't believe in that kind of physical labor anymore.
Well, see, I had
My
an issue.
religion.
not so much anymore that I'm a professional YouTuber. Like the most exercise I get these days is like taking my dog for a walk every day. But
pouring yourself something to drink.
Yeah, it's like, what's funny is
Complete.
if I lean over hard enough, I can see my kitchen. So every once in a while, like my bottle of water will run low, and I'll just lean over and look into the kitchen and go, oh, God damn it. But anyway, I used to snowboard every weekend. Every weekend I went snowboarding, and that's extremely physical.
Oh yeah,
And,
I can totally relate to that.
And like what my pocket would have, like I would have my external pockets would be like in one side like bundled up with asthma medication, and the other side an iPod.
I don't leave the house without my emergency inhaler anymore. Like it's just, and I also keep what are these, like these antihistamine pills, so that because my asthma is triggered by allergies.
Yeah,
And
me too.
it's-
And I have
no,
pets.
mine is mostly mold. And funny enough, like the dust that comes off of like corn and corn husks and things like that, a lot of that kind of stuff, which is great living in Illinois. It's fucking great.
Oh God, yeah. You're allergic to corn. I don't live in the Midwest.
No, I'm not allergic to corn. I'm allergic to like the dust on the corn husks. Like I don't know what it's called, but it's like that. It's like the stuff that kind of sloughs off whenever you're husking corn or whenever like you're around a grain elevator.
I do that a lot. Yeah, in Southwest.
Yeah.
England.
Oh yeah, you can totally relate to that.
Yeah, totally. Corn as
Yeah.
far as the eye can see, right next to London Bridge.
I live literally in the middle
I
of
say,
5
you
corn
live in
fields.
England. You barely have plants there.
Yeah, it's a barren wasteland here. It's
Well,
like
I mean,
the
they barely. I mean, he also lives like, what'd you say, London? So you barely have sun, even. Like it's.
I don't know what the word is.
You guys ran out of trees 400 years ago, so you just started burning mud.
And you know what? It worked just fine.
I just get the image of these like. I just get the image of like those peasants from the Warhammer Fantasy setting, and they're just kind of walking around, it's like hunchbacked and like.
It's not inaccurate.
But just with smartphones now. That's the only difference.
Sent out.
I read a bunch of books a while back about the Battle of 1812 and wars around that time, just because it was something I was interested in. And when America was building their fledgling navy, and one of the things that we had over the British ships were trees.
Yep, your white
Yep.
oak. Your
Yeah.
white oak.
And there was this whole chapter about how like men would be sent off into the swamps and whatnot. I was gonna say jungles, but it's just like temperate swamps in places like Georgia and the Carolinas, and just looking for like one particular tree just to make one particular part for this one particular ship. And like it would cost like 3 or 4 people would die of malaria, and it would take 7 weeks for them to find the right tree to cut this one piece out of it. And then when the American ships fought the British, the famous is the Constitution versus the
Old
Guerriere.
Ironsides.
Yep.
Yeah, the Guerriere was a old French ship that was like half rotted out. So the first time we would like a stiff wind hit it, half of it fell apart.
Well,
It's not- we don't tell the story that way, but that's kind of what happened.
The
Yeah,
thing
we
that
like
made
to think of it as an honorable defeat. That's how we remember it.
well, the thing that made the U.S.'s Constitution so
Complete.
like the reason they called her Old Ironsides, and they thought like, oh, she has sides of iron, is because unlike European ship construction at the time, called for drying out all of the
years.
all of the wood that
They
was
leave
used
it
on a
in-
ship.
Leave it in
But we didn't have
warehouses
time for that.
years.
Yeah, we didn't have time for that. So the wood on the Constitution still had moisture in it, and that makes it pliable. So when it got hit, it just bent and then bent back to its original shape
Mhm.
instead of cracking. Now I think that has problems in the long term, but
But
at the time it was really good.
In the long term, it's bad for the long-term longevity of the ship, because they'd be more prone to rot and
Yeah,
barnacles.
it's like internal rot of like the actual beams. But yeah,
and hogging became a big issue. Hogging's where the end of the ship and the front of the bow and the stern are heavier than the middle, so it kind of bows.
God, this
Yeah.
naval knowledge. Oh man, love it.
Wow.
You're British.
I've been
Why
You
don't
guys-
you know this?
No, I do. I just
You're
love
British!
it. I'm not used to being. Have you guys read Patrick O'Brien?
No.
No.
This is all like I
You
do
gotta
this, I'm like,
read. You gotta do it. If you like naval shit, read Patrick O'Brien's Aubrey Maturin series. He's on the ship that fights Old Ironsides in one of the books. He's in that battle as a prisoner.
Isn't the basis of Master and Commander
So
like
good.
it's a story of the British fighting Old Ironsides or something like
Yeah,
that?
that's one of them. The first one is it's all just about the Napoleonic Wars in general, all the way
They
through. There's
had
21 of them.
They had to change it for the movie because it
Oh,
was
yeah,
made from primarily an American audience, and the Americans didn't
Yeah.
think an American audience would accept the Americans being the bad guys.
So it was like a French ship for some reason, yet it was
Yeah,
all
that was
Ironsides?
but it was made in Boston. That
Yeah.
was its, that was
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
The whole books, all the books are so good. They're all about like all kinds of stuff. It's like
Yeah,
goes through all the history of it. Really good.
I don't know. I have a problem with certain like really old books because the way that
Construction
books are written
complete.
nowadays to where they are
Construction
before, it's hard to
complete.
adapt. I have a problem where I can't really like the style of writing, like old styles, I can't really get into. Like that's one of the reasons I can't read Starship Troopers because like the way it's written is like in the early 1900s and it's written in a way,
It
and
was
it,
only
like,
written in the 60s.
I can't even. Was it? I thought it was
Yeah.
like in the early 1900s.
Dylan died like a few years ago.
Oh, you mean yours? Okay. Well, I didn't know.
Master Commander, I mean. No,
Yeah.
not that one. Yeah, my one. Yeah, no, I don't know about
Yeah.
Starship Troopers.
Yeah, no, Starship Troopers was written early on.
Construction complete. Construction
Okay.
complete.
I know I made a lot of
So
people
much.
angry right now by saying that because that's a.
I get one person to read Master and Commander series, I'll be so happy because I love that book so much. The whole series. You guys seen Hornblower?
I was reading. Or, I mean, I was watching a video of this guy who reviews like historical films, and he judges them based on their
Oh,
historical
oh.
accuracy.
Lindy Badge?
I don't
Lindy
remember. I
Page,
don't,
fucking great. I love
no,
it.
I don't.
Yeah,
I think
definitely.
it was literally like the historical reviewer or something like that. It's his entire channel. But I was watching some of his series, and what he had to say about Master and Commander was actually really good. Like it was one
I've
of the
seen that
only
video. Yeah.
where he just gives it praise. He says like, yeah, it's exactly what you want from a historical movie.
Yeah.
And
Research
he also said that
complete.
for what was it? Oh shit, what was it? Zulu. And
I love Zulu. I love Zulu.
he also did Zulu, and he did We Were
History buffs.
Soldiers.
History buffs.
Yeah, no, I think that's what it was.
Yeah, just found the video. Just googled it. Because I remember watching it. It was good.
I'll just figure this out.
His We Were Soldiers actually was a really good one. I liked because
it
he
was.
had reviewed the director's other work, Braveheart, and he hated Braveheart, but apparently We Were
Braveheart.
Soldiers.
From a historical
Construction
standpoint,
complete.
Braveheart's crap.
Oh yeah,
Good
no,
movie,
totally.
though.
Oh, it's
Not
a great
really.
movie. From it
I love it.
as a historical thing, like any of those, Mel Gibson movies are crap. What's the Revolutionary War one? Patriot.
Patriot.
Total crap.
God,
I mean,
actually,
Excellent action movie. Total crap historical movie.
yeah. I used to really like the Patriot before I learned history.
Yeah. Well, one of my favorite parts is when Agony, Prussian Prince.
Hello.
We're delighted to meet you. We serve together. We can achieve greatness.
Hopefully.
The last battle, which I believe is supposed to be like the Battle of Cowpens or something like that. Cornwallis, I think it was, is like, focus all of our artillery on the center, drive the back, and his subordinate is like, we'll hit our own guys too. He's like, yeah, shoot, whatever, shoot them. And then all of the British guns fire,
Construction complete.
and all of the British shells land behind the British lines. So like their gunners were so shit that they not only
Special
didn't hit
project complete.
where they were shooting, they didn't shoot far, but every single one of them shot short and hit their own men, and none of the Americans. It's like, you guys are supposed to be the best military in the world. You fucking suck. Oh, I'm inside you're inside your space. Ugh.
What are you doing?
Oh, smugglers.
Log
Oh, shit.
updated. Research complete.
Smugglers, no. Oh, I killed my science ship. You bastards. Bitch.
Bastard bitches.
Egad.
Yeah, indeed.
Why are you slaves so unhappy?
Research
Yeah,
complete.
God. Just be chill.
The
Xeno
fuck?
Justice Forum.
How
What do you
about-
guys want?
peace, probably.
Issues: no alien slaves, no purge. They don't want any slaves.
They don't want any fun.
Oh, fuck you guys.
How about
You're,
a
you're
nice
slaves. That's what you're supposed to be.
You're backwards. You're all backwards.
I'm gonna slave more of you. You know what? If I enslave you, then you don't have shit to, and I got the slave complex, then there's nothing to complain about, is there?
Construction complete.
You remember enslaving was like really strong on game release. Like you enslaved them, and it's like, well, and now they're
Complete.
useless. I mean, they're great for me, but they can't defend themselves or stop.
Mhm.
The best.
I have a two-party system going on inside of my empire.
Yeah.
I have just the Terran supremacy movement, or the Terran superiority movement, and the
What
martial
if
order
I
of
just,
Thor.
can I unslave this? This pop is enslaved. Set rights. Well, I have to. So you can't set. You have to set rights for the whole
Species.
thing. Whole
Yeah.
species, not just that one pop.
Yep.
I'll make you domestic slaves.
That's cool.
Oh, that's fine.
Like the Terracemen in the Mistborn series.
See, as long as I get to work the house, I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm bringing the field slaves in.
However, we are out of time, I believe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
no, we
yeah.
are.
On that racist note.
God.
On that note, if you guys, thank you for joining us. If you enjoyed this, definitely take a look at the various videos down below inside the description, and subscribe, comment, like, or if you aren't so inclined, I'm pretty sure most of us have individual Discords. Check out those as well. And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye bye.